Okay, I want to talk to you today with Andy about something that I think is probably one of the most important aspects of teaching. And it's something that we all probably already do. But if we don't, it's something that we should integrate into our teaching as soon as possible. And it is routine. Routine. I don't think it matters what type of school you work at. I think having a routine is one of the fundamental aspects of our job. And I'm just going to start simple with a routine that I use with all of my classes, which is line up, pens out. What do you think, Andy?
Oh, absolutely. And I think this is one of the things with students that they like to know where they stand. You know, when they arrive at your classroom, if you said, these are the things that we do, we line up, we get pens out, we do this, we do that. If they know where they stand when they arrive, it just gets the mindset in the right frame of mind to come into the room, be working, to know where they are. You know, I mean, if you think back to times when you were a student at school and you had a supply teacher, and you went into the classroom, and all of a sudden those little things that you probably didn't even realise were things that the teacher usually did, they were different, and you've heard those students go, well, this isn't how Mr. So-and-so did it, this isn't how Mrs. So-and-so did it. That's because those little tiny routines aren't quite the same, and that's what sets things off, just not quite being how they usually are. Absolutely. So all those little routines are absolutely key. Absolutely.
It is a domino effect, isn't it? And I think as well, like starting at a new school, being an NQT, being an ITT, initial teacher training, it's all very good, and all very good and nice to have all these expectations about your routines. But I believe that they have to be nice and achievable, and you have to be able to achieve them for the students to see that, you know, that the routines work. And that's why I like the line up, pens out, because it's something that the students will always do and they can always achieve. And once you have done that, once you've been able to kind of get that routine embedded, introduce another routine as well. I've seen so many teachers that try to introduce 12, 15 routines day one. And I think that's an uphill struggle. And I think that they have to be gradual, achievable, and, you know, the kids have to see benefit in it. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is the thing where a lot of schools at a whole school level have certain routines where they have things for coming into a classroom. They have ways where certain things are done in that manner. And I've seen so many where there's ways of coming into a classroom which are established at a whole school level. And then as soon as you go into a classroom, all those routines just seem to end. And I think it's just about having a certain number of achievable, manageable ones that the students understand. They know what they are, and, you know, not having hundreds, just have a few that they know what they are, they know where they stand, and very simply they can do them, and very, very easily, you know, remember them. Because if you have, like you mentioned, if you have 17, 18, 20 little tiny rules, they're going to get lost. If you've got a few simple things that they can do, they're going to manage to do them. They're going to understand what they're supposed to do and be there.
Yeah, and I think you said this on the website, and I think you wrote this on the website. I think it was really important. And I don't think I've heard it phrased like this, but having a routine is more important than what the routine is about almost. Having that routine, the students know that there is some rules in your classroom, and that routine is key. And I think that you put it really well, and you phrased it really well, and it's up on the website. And I think routine is important, and I think that it's something that every teacher should be, you know, they should have simple routines.
Yeah, I mean, this takes me back to, I can remember, you know, training very sort of very early teachers, and the number of times that I've said, you know, you really need to get some routines established in your classroom, and they've actually said to me, but I have lots of routines. I have all these things I do, and the one thing that I've always said to them is, well, I didn't know what they were.
Exactly.
And that's because quite often people think they have routines, but they haven't actually communicated them to the students as well. No. So as well as have, you know, the importance of having these routines, you really have to communicate them, because
they have to be overt.
I've so often observed lessons, and I've not actually known what the routines are, even though the teacher thinks that they have them.
Yeah.
So if I as an observer don't know what they are, the students certainly don't know what they are. So
exactly.
You know, you've really got to communicate them, as well as making sure that, you know, you think they are there.
Yeah. Fantastic. And again, if you want some more tips, if you want some more teaching tips, teaching ideas, these are the places you can get them.